house gone?
Tonight, wildfires sweep through Southern California for the second time in a month, destroying dozens of homes and forcing hundreds to flee. I'm Thalia Ashuris. Also tonight, inside the dramatic rescue of more than 100 passengers from the cruise ship that sank at the bottom of the world. Here at home, big cities wrestle with handgun violence as the Supreme Court takes on a potential landmark case. And death by taser. Recent high-profile cases put a police tool under closer scrutiny.
This is the CBS Evening News with Thalia Ashuris.
Good evening, everyone. For residents in some parts of Southern California, it's a replay of all too recent history. Santa Ana winds are fanning wildfires in Malibu as well as in the San Diego area tonight. And in a repeat of the fires of a month ago, homes have been destroyed, others are in jeopardy, and their owners are on the run. Sandra Hughes is near the front lines in Malibu tonight.
Yep. Home after million-dollar home went up in flames after a windswept fire burned through Malibu early this morning. Carol Stoddard, a photographer, watched and filmed her house as it burned.
Oh, it's just right here. I thought about this for 5 years. One day, my house may burn.
As does anyone who lives in these tinder dry canyons. Stoddard was one of dozens of homeowners who lost everything.
Still burning, too.
By late morning, she was allowed back into her neighborhood to see what remained of her home.
Just all I have left now is my memories and these photos.
Another major fire raced through Malibu just a month ago, burning homes and a church. This time, firefighters were ready. They put 24 aircraft in the sky, an enormous show of force. Planes and helicopters were poised on all sides of Malibu, getting water from anywhere they could. And their newest weapon was in use, a giant DC-10 converted into a powerful firefighting machine.
It doesn't matter the amount of resources in the air on the ground. This fire, the winds are going to blow it down canyon, and it's going to follow the path of the land.
But that doesn't make it any easier for homeowners.
It just all of a sudden you're surrounded and all you can think about is get out.
Mike Kappas had been rebuilding his dream home for 3 years.
Yeah, this is the second house we lost here.
The fire didn't discriminate when it came to destroying dreams.
Next door exploded, and then the propane tanks, boom, boom, so many times. This is scary. We just take off.
It also reportedly destroyed the home of the Red Hot Chili Peppers bass guitarist. His neighbor is a city council member.
This is the worst burnout we've had in our history.
While there were early reports of an overnight party near where the fire started, fire officials say they are still investigating that and the possibility that downed power lines may have sparked this blaze. Thalia?
Sandra, how would you compare these fires to last time?
Well, Thalia, they were exceedingly well prepared for these fires, knowing what the weather report was going to be, and now they're hoping to catch a break from Mother Nature. Already the winds are starting to die down, and it's supposed to stay that way into tonight.
Sandra Hughes in Malibu, thank you. The passengers rescued from a sinking cruise ship are telling the story of their close call tonight. The Explorer went down off the coast of Antarctica after hitting an iceberg, forcing 154 passengers and crew into lifeboats. Tonight, they're all on solid ground. Richard Roth has the latest.
With relief written on their faces, the adventure tourists walked ashore from the adventure they hadn't signed up for, onto a remote island off the tip of the Antarctic Peninsula. And while their safe rescue from the stricken cruise ship Explorer is a story of good luck and skilled work by the ship's crew in a crisis, when the ship hit ice in the dead of night, Canadian vacationer John Cartwright says there was certainly some anxiety.
We all got a little nervous when the ship began to list sharply and the lifeboat still hadn't been lowered. We feel very relieved now. We're all sort of unwinding and happy to be up here warm and dry.
The Explorer was known as the Little Red Ship, and less than 20 hours after its passengers and crew evacuated, it was gone. It was designed for cruising icy waters, but double-layered steel covered just the Explorer's bottom, not the side of the hull, where an iceberg apparently ripped a hole. Water rushed in, compartments flooded, the engine failed, and the ship began its fatal list. In frigid air, passengers and crew waited in open lifeboats more than 4 hours, bobbing as the seas turned rough and 2 nearby ships steamed to their rescue. It was cold, it was wet, it was scary, said a British passenger, adding, now we're looking forward to going home. Something of an adventure of its own. Bad weather at the remote Antarctic base where the travelers waited delayed military flights for hours before an airlift began ferrying them to the southern tip of South America for connections with more routine transport home. Richard Roth, CBS News, London.
4 out of 5 Thanksgiving travelers are going by car, and they're seeing more of their holiday spending gobbled up by gas. Prices this Thanksgiving are averaging 84 cents a gallon higher than last year, and that could soon seem cheap. Randall Pinkston reports.
The experts who track holiday spending trends can skip them all. Just talk to some of the 31 million Americans who are driving this weekend.
It hurts a lot.
With the gas averaging more than $3 a gallon, consumers across the nation are trying to adjust their budgets. Dwayne Brown from Washington, D.C. poured $50 into his tank.
You know, you're trying to pinch for pennies and get Christmas gifts and things like that, and you got to worry about gas. It's horrible.
And analysts predict it's about to get worse.
It's going up. There is no doubt about that.
Stephen Shork is talking about the price of a barrel of crude oil, up nearly $30 since late August. His prediction?
It's kind of hard to believe we're not going to get to $100 at this point.
And when crude oil prices rise, gasoline isn't far behind.
Normally it takes about 3 to 6 weeks before you see the full increase in the price of crude be passed through to consumers at the pump.
That means drivers will be in for more sticker shock when record crude prices trickle up to the gas pump.
I could easily see $3.40, $3.50 on a national average, with certain market areas, probably Northern California or in some of the tourist spots in Florida, paying upwards on an average of over $4 a gallon at some point next year.
And that assumes no major disruptions beyond the usual worries of refining capacity, instability in oil-rich areas like Iran, and the wild card.
How cold a winter are we going to have? It's really going to affect demand. It'll affect the supplies and the price.
Meanwhile, families like this one, headed back to Georgia from Connecticut, are coping.
Let me put it to you this way. I won't be coming back for Christmas. I'm going to stay down south. Can't do it like you used to. We used to come up for the holidays every year. Can't afford it.
The best gas bargain in the nation? Tucson, Arizona. According to the Lundberg survey, the average cost of a gallon of regular is $2.91. The highest average price, San Francisco, $3.48. Thalia?
In New York, Randall Pinkston, thank you. A suicide bomber killed 9 civilians and 1 Italian soldier at a bridge just to the west of the Afghan capital of Kabul today. 6 of the dead are children. In Pakistan today, suspected pro-Taliban suicide bombers attacked an army checkpoint and a bus carrying members of the nation's spy agency. The army says at least 15 people were killed, but other officials say as many as 35 died. Just over a week before parliamentary elections, Russian police broke up an anti-government protest today, roughing up and arresting opposition leader and former world chess champion Garry Kasparov. Kasparov was sentenced to 5 days in jail. Pope Benedict today elevated 23 members of the Catholic Church into the elite rank of cardinal, his closest aides, who are also designated as princes of the Church. During a solemn ceremony, the Pope crowned each in a red hat and made special note of a first for Iraq. Alan Pizzi has more.
The official name for this is an ordinary public consistory. Ordinary being a relative term for such a spectacle. When Pope Benedict XVI bestowed the red hat or biretta, some nearly fell off.
That was what my major thought was, I'm going to lose my hat. But I recovered, and he did. He helped me do it.
The Pope also reminded each cardinal that the biretta symbolizes readiness to act with fortitude, even to the point of spilling your blood for the Christian faith. One who knows about that is Emmanuel III Deli, patriarch of the Chaldean Church, who became the first ever cardinal from Iraq. His elevation is seen as a gesture of support to beleaguered Christian minorities in the Muslim world. 2 Americans also received red hats. Archbishop John Foley, a favorite among Vatican correspondents, and Archbishop Daniel DiNardo, the first cardinal from Texas. The cardinal's main job is to choose a new pope from among their number when the need arises, and to act as the pope's advisors. Benedict reportedly calls the cardinals his Senate, an interesting democratic bias from a man who is officially infallible. The new members of the elite group, the Pope said, clearly reflect the universality of the Church, and Cardinal DiNardo thought he was chosen for a very specific reason.
Holy See wanted to say something about the growth of Catholicism in the southern part of the United States.
The consistory brings the number of cardinals who can elect a new pope to the maximum of 120. But today, their focus was on friends and well-wishers. Alan Pizzi, CBS News, Vatican City.
Still ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, some surprising recruits to the new Iraqi police force.
Where did I park my car? Oh, no.
If you have trouble remembering what you don't write down, now there's an easy way to remember everything. It's called My Lil Reminder, the digital voice recorder that records without tape.
Blue section, row 18.
Then reminds you later.
Blue section, row 18.
Just press the button to record.
Milk, juice, butter, and eggs.
Then play back your reminder when it's time. Microtechnology makes it smaller than a business card, perfect for your purse, pocket, or briefcase. Or slip one on your key ring, and you'll remember everything.
That's left on Main Street, then go 2 miles and right on out.
So easy, even a child can use it.
Don't forget I'll be at Grandma's till 5. The number is 555-282-47.
Perfect for shopping lists, directions, phone numbers, the office, even at school.
Read chapters 6 and 7 for Friday.
And look, My Lil Reminder even has a built-in LED flashlight to give you a little extra light whenever you need it. Use it as a message center for the entire family.
Honey, don't forget to pick up Jessica at 7.
Other digital voice recorders can cost up to $100, but through this special TV offer, you can get My Lil Reminder with built-in flashlight direct from the manufacturer for only $9.99. And because everyone in your family will want one, call now, and we'll send you a second one absolutely free. You just pay shipping and handling. That's right, you get 2 My Lil Reminder digital voice recorders with built-in LED flashlights. And best of all, you get them both for only $9.99. But don't forget to call. Don't forget to call. This offer is not available in stores, so call now. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-798-5618 to order My Little Reminder for only $9.99 plus $13.90 shipping and handling, and we'll send you a second one absolutely free. So call 1-800-798-5618. Must be 18 years or older to order. That's 1-800-798-5618.
It all comes down to playing in the postseason. Raiders, Chiefs, then Broncos, Bears. A full day of fighting for playoff spots. Sunday on CBS.
President Bush has lost one of his allies in the war in Iraq. Australia's Conservative Prime Minister John Howard was beaten soundly in today's elections. Winner Kevin Rudd has said he will sign the Kyoto Treaty on global warming and withdraw Australian combat troops from Iraq. U.S. troops in Iraq are giving top priority to training new Iraqi soldiers and police, but some new recruits come with a lot of baggage. Chief Foreign Correspondent Lara Logan has more.
It takes just 30 days to turn an insurgent into a policeman here in the Abu Ghraib district of Baghdad. That's after they've passed security checks and sworn allegiance to the same Iraqi government they've spent the past 4 years fighting. The U.S. calls these mostly Sunni fighters volunteers. Critics call them America's militia. And in this neighborhood, they're becoming the official police force. Even trained by drill instructors from the Baghdad Police Academy, putting that critical Iraqi stamp of approval on what's really an American idea. One the U.S. says is succeeding beyond their own expectations.
We have Al-Qaeda who are coming to our checkpoints now, or coming through a volunteer saying, can you let me talk to the commander? We want to quit, but how do we do this?
Al-Qaeda terrorists aren't allowed to join the volunteers manning these checkpoints, says the top U.S. commander in Baghdad. But General Phil's men also don't turn the terrorists away, instead giving them other jobs like road or sewer repair. That's a remarkable turnaround for an area that until recently served as an important base of operations for Al-Qaeda.
Is this your restaurant?
On this recent visit, General Phil chatted with locals on the same streets where U.S. forces have fought running battles with terrorists and Sunni insurgents. But he made it clear these gains are a long way from being permanent.
If we were to pull out of this now immediately, I think it'd be a disaster. I don't think there's any question about it. It would collapse.
U.S. hopes are resting on men like Karim Zidan and his volunteer force. The problem is, he seems to have more faith in his new American friends than in the Shiite politicians who dominate Iraq's central government.
This government is not good. It has destroyed Iraqi society, and it's the reason there's no security.
That lack of trust is mutual, but both sides need U.S. help, and that's got them working together, at least for now. Lara Logan, CBS News, Baghdad.
Just ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, cities fighting handguns with one eye on the U.S. Supreme Court.
Seems everything you buy today comes in those hard-to-open plastic packages. You can cut them, you can fry them, you can twist them, you can slug them. But there's just no easy way to get them open. Until now. Introducing the Package Shark, designed to cut right through plastic packaging, yet it can't cut you. Simply slide the Package Shark along the edge, and your package is open. Just one step, easy as it looks. It works the first time, every time, and anyone can do it. Watch the Package Shark open 10 packages in 10 seconds. Square edges, round edges, thin ones, thick ones, big ones, little ones. Products everyone buys week after week. Use it in the kitchen, the office. Keep one in the toolbox. Everyone needs a Package Shark to open cosmetics, cords and cables, electronics and toys, even the batteries that go in them. If you can buy it in a store, the Package Shark opens it up quickly, safely, and easily. So why fight and struggle with all those packages when now you can get them open with ease with the Package Shark for just $14.99. As an added bonus, you'll also receive our Safe and Easy Power Scissors, a $20 value, yours free. They cut clean, sharp curves on fabrics with the speed of a sewing machine. Zip right through coupons and gift wrap without tearing. Perfect for trimming photos straight and even, and they're ideal for crafts and scrapbooks too. So call now and get the amazing Package Shark and the cordless power scissors, both for only $14.99. Or call right now and we'll double the offer. That's right, you get 2 Package Sharks and 2 power scissors, all for only $14.99. This offer is not available in stores, so call now. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-808-3559. That's 1-800-808-3559 to get your very own Package Shark for only $14.99 plus $6.95. Processing and handling must be 18 or older to call. Call 1-800-808-3559.
Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, and the Middle East, all global hotspots. Join Bob Schieffer for a roundtable discussion on Face the Nation Sunday.
For the first time in 70 years, the Supreme Court will examine the right to bear arms, centering on a Washington, D.C. ban on handguns. But D.C. is not alone. Dozens of other jurisdictions also have restrictions on handguns, including the city of Chicago. Just what impact the Supreme Court's ruling will have on different laws across the country is the focus of tonight's Weekend Journal.
If you hear anything or if you have any knowledge of it, to get a hold of us.
Chicago has been shocked by a recent jump in gun violence. A 10-year-old shot in the head. A pregnant mother gunned down on Halloween. A college student killed in front of his dorm. All committed with handguns in a city that bans them.
Last year we had 34 high school students in Chicago killed from gun violence. That's a classroom. That's bigger than a classroom.
Reverend Michael Flager has been working to end gun violence for 30 years, funding billboards and pressuring lawmakers to pass stricter rules. He admits the handgun ban in Chicago has not eliminated gun deaths, but without it,
I think we'd see an already bad problem become worse.
Since 1982, Chicago has labeled handguns as items which cannot be registered. At least 12 other nearby suburbs have similar policies. The only other major city to have such a wide-ranging ban is Washington, D.C., although municipalities like New York limit ownership through a permit system. if the Supreme Court rules against the D.C. ban, all of those other policies may have to be thrown out as well. The implications of that has many anti-gun advocates worried.
It's unpredictable right now. We'll write the best briefs that we can and hope for the best outcome, but it's really an unknown at this point.
Critics of the bans argue they infringe on individuals' rights, are not effective in preventing violence, and are unnecessary because of existing laws aimed at keeping guns out of the hands of criminals.
They don't comply with handgun bans. They don't comply with all the other gun laws. That's why they're called criminals. The only thing that works is confront them directly and take them off the street. Prosecute them 100% of the time.
But the National Rifle Association is also concerned. A Supreme Court decision in Washington's favor will strike at the heart of its position and says its chief will be challenged.
Regardless of what happens, NRA, we're going to defend this freedom. The American public will not see the ruling political class take away their most basic fundamental freedom.
With more than 250 gun deaths in Chicago so far this year, Reverend Flager hopes the Supreme Court will come down on his side.
And we're the most armed country in the world. 30,000 deaths last year in America from gun violence.
The Supreme Court is expected to hear arguments in the D.C. handgun case early next spring, with a ruling coming sometime before the summer recess. That's in June. Coming up on tonight's CBS Evening News, troubling questions about taser use by police.
Nothing makes a craft project shine like clean, straight cuts or fancy decorative borders, but trying to cut a straight line with scissors is almost impossible. And trimmers can cut straight, but it's impossible to see the line you're cutting. Well, now there's the Craft Light Cutter, the world's first trimmer with a built-in backlight. Look, it lights the paper from underneath to show you the exact line you're cutting before you make the cut. So now, every cut is perfect and right where you want it. Just turn on the light, and every time you make a cut, you know it's going to be right. With the Craft Light Cutter, you can make perfectly straight cuts in seconds, or you can make fancy decorative borders with interchangeable cutting heads that snap in and out in seconds. Cut dazzling zigzags with absolute perfection, or put a wave edge on your project to add artistic flair. With the Craft Light Cutter, you can create scrapbooks that are works of art. There's even a fold-down guide to firmly hold your paper in place, plus a swing-out ruler. And with the built-in light, you can see the exact line you're cutting every time. So stop trying to cut straight lines with scissors and forget about trimmers that can't show you where you're cutting until it's too late. Call now and get the Craft Light Cutter plus the straight edge blade, the wave edge, and the zigzag, all for only $19.99. But call right now and we'll also include 3 more decorative blades, a $15 value, yours free. You'll get our scoring blade for crisp professional edges on all your greeting cards, our classic stamp cut for a unique touch on all your crafts, plus our perforation blade. It makes a perfect perf cut in seconds. Wow, that's right. You get the Craft Light Cutter with built-in backlight, plus all 6 interchangeable heads, all for only $19.99. This offer is not available in any store, so call now.
To order your Craft Light Cutter, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-817-9635. Remember, order today and get the Craft Light Cutter on a total of 6 blades for only $19.99 plus $8.99 shipping and handling. So call 1-800-817-9635. Must be 18 or older to call.
Teenagers abusing prescription drugs with deadly consequences. Generation RX starts Monday on the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
Police tasers have been linked to the deaths of at least 6 suspects in the U.S. and Canada over the past few weeks. Canadian authorities are now reviewing police use of the stun guns, while in the U.S. there are growing calls for a moratorium. Joey Chen has more.
They're sold as products designed to protect life. But tasers are under fire after a stunning spike in deaths. Last Sunday outside Washington, D.C., a sheriff's deputy trying to break up a late-night brawl zapped 20-year-old Jarrell Gray. He died on the spot.
I want to know what he did that was so bad. Did the deputy think, their life was in danger? Did he have a weapon?
The same week, in separate cases, 2 men in Jacksonville, Florida died after being tasered by officers trying to arrest them. Autopsies aren't complete, but after a tourist's video camera recorded the death of a man tasered twice while in custody at the Vancouver airport last month, Taser International released a statement saying no deaths have ever been definitively connected to what the company describes as the low-energy electrical discharge of the taser. That's 50,000 volts used by about 12,000 police departments, often in chaotic situations.
Minus the taser, they would have to use probably an impact weapon like a baton, possibly pepper spray, or in some extreme cases of violent behavior, they may even have to use deadly force to control that individual.
But then there are scenes like this, caught on a patrol car's dashboard cam. An irritated motorist refuses to sign a speeding ticket and is jolted seconds later. The officer is now under investigation, accused of being too quick on the draw. Amid a growing outcry, civil rights groups are urging police to put down their tasers, at least until more research is done.
The danger of tasers is that they seem safe, they seem easy, and therefore it's natural that police will be inclined to use them much more quickly than they would certainly use a gun.
Even critics admit the taser may be the best weapon to end a bad situation, but they add, it's not without risk. Joey Chen, CBS News, Washington.
We'll be back.
Spoiled produce? Not again. Stop throwing away your money. Introducing Debbie Meyer's Green Bags, the remarkable new way to save your produce and your money.
Hi, I'm Debbie Meyer, and I no longer lose hundreds of dollars in wasted rotted fruits and vegetables. Now you can share my secret with Debbie Meyer's Everfresh Green Bags. Just look at the difference between 18 days in traditional storage and 18 days in my green bag storage. Do you want this or this? These strawberries were bought at the same time. Just look at the difference. Look at iceberg lettuce after just 8 days. Watch as these bananas age. Look at the difference. The bunch in my green bag is still fresh after 9 days.
Air is not the enemy. It's the ethylene gas that's naturally given off by produce, which causes them to spoil. Old containers and bags trap the gas inside, actually speeding up rotting. But green bags are made with a natural mineral that absorbs and removes the harmful ethylene gas. So now your produce stays fresh up to 30 days. Over 40 million green bags have already been sold. And now you can get 10 of Debbie Meyer's green bags for just $9.95.
Whether they're on your countertop or in your fridge, my green bags are the ultimate produce saver. And that saves you money. Look at this broccoli after 21 days, peppers after 16 days. Here are baby carrots after 26 days.
You'll get 5 medium and 5 large bags for just $9.95. They're reusable up to 10 times each, and they're guaranteed to pay for themselves in just one trip to the grocery store. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer. That's right, now you'll get 10 medium and 10 large bags. That's 20 bags for only $9.95. Here's how to order.
Have your credit card ready and call 1-800-959-0342 now for Debbie Meyer's amazing green bags. No more spoiled fruits and vegetables. They'll keep your produce fresh up to 30 days. You'll get 10 medium and 10 large bags. That's over 200 uses for just $9.95 plus $6.95 shipping and handling. Must be 18 or older to call.
Finally tonight, welcome to the chilly world of the annual Ice Sculpture Festival in Belgium, which has just opened for the holiday season. Carvers from as far away as China and Canada worked for over a month to transform blocks of ice into popular fairy tale figures. And that is the CBS Evening News. Tomorrow on Sunday morning, Steve Martin. Then on Face the Nation, retired Marine General Anthony Zinni. I'm Thalia Ashuras, CBS News in New York. Good night, everyone.
Ready for some good news? Some of the year's most inspiring people and their stories, plus the original wild and crazy guy, Steve Martin, this Sunday morning.
CBS News. Experience you can trust.
When your check engine light is on, it can cause concern. Is it a small problem or a large one? Put your mind at ease. Bring it to AMCO. Whatever it is, nobody can find it or fix it better. Check engine light on? Get it checked for free. At AMCO. AA MCO.
Put your foot down, or rather up, at the half-yearly Whole Wide World Women's Sale at Jay's Wide Shoes. Don't miss these savings. Free your feet. Hurry to the half-yearly Whole Wide World Women's Sale only at Jay's Wide Shoes in Clackamas Promenade and in Beaverton at Canyon Place.
Valley Motor Company of Salem, your Willamette Valley Mercedes connection, is pleased to offer an outstanding selection of the all-new 2008 C-Class. Mercedes-Benz automobiles now available for immediate delivery. Quality cars from a quality dealer. Valley Motor Company of Salem.
Catherine returns from the Middle East. New Dr. Phil.